The thing I learned from my past is that it doesn't matter the age or what the problem is, even through the hardest times in life. Even when you're 4 years old and you find out you have cancer. One of the hardest things that my friends have helped me push through is when I was about 4 years old and I found out I had leukemia. For almost everyone I knew had a rough time hearing such a horrible thing had happened to such a sweet little girl like me. Since I was so little, I didn't know what was happening. When we first found out, I had to take this really gross medicine. This medicine was made to make my hair fall out, which it did. At first, I didn't know what was happening. My hair was just falling out. But then I knew what was happening. I decided to take matters into my own hands and I started cutting my hair. Now since I'm older, my mom has told me that she would find chunks of hair in the shower, behind pillows, and in the garbage. Now when I look back, I feel stupid. I looked horrible. My face was huge. My hair was falling out. Half the pictures don't even look like me. Doesn't even look like a normal person. I felt like an outsider, but my friends came into the picture. They were all so nice. They didn't care what I looked like. I always felt so loved by everyone, like my friends, family, doctors, nurses, and most of all, the other patients. Once you're in the hot unit, everyone's so nice and friendly. I bonded really well with the other kids, one especially. Her name was Maggie. She was maybe a year older than me. We got very close. Finally, she beat the odds and got to go home. Then about less than a year later, she came back, even worse than the first time. My last memory of precious time spent with Maggie was seeing her connected to so many machines. It seemed scary for her. But it felt scarier for me since I was seeing one of my best friends dying. That was the last time I got to see my best friend. I never got another chance to see her or say goodbye. She died the next day. My mom has told me so many stories that she remembers from when I was in the hospital. One was when I was having a blood transfusion and my body rejected new blood. My body was shaking so badly, it shook the bed vigorously. Another is when my dad and I were about to go to bed. I wanted to sleep with him, but there wasn't enough room on the hospital bed, so we decided to sleep on the bench. My dad started putting his arm around me and had enough power to accidentally cut the cord. I still have the memory of when the nurse came in and clamped the tube hanging from the machine first, then clamping the tube that was hanging from my chest. At that young of age, I thought to myself that I was going to bleed to death. Yet still today, my dad feels horrible for accidentally cutting the port line. Now today, the only memory I have left of my port is a scar on my chest. I've had a rough past, this is true. Sometimes I forget. And I think about how I have such a bright future ahead of me with school, sports. I always have friends that will have my back through thick and thin. And even if some friends won't be there forever, I'll still have the close ones who will. Today I'm 14 years old. I've been 10 years cancer-free. I've beaten the odds. Since I was 4 years old, I have gotten to meet so many different people. It's amazing where life takes you. Never give up.